This is a call for you to start doing what you have said you wanted to do. When are you going to do it? At the end of the day, we got to stop using age as an excuse when we are only here for a certain amount of time. We don't decide that time. If you have been sitting there talking about, oh God, I wish I could just start a business, or oh gosh, I wish I would travel more. Well, girl, what's taking you so long to do that? What is holding you back? Because at the end of the day, we only have a certain amount of time here. And I think the big thing for me in my life right now is to do things that make me happier, do things that set me on the path of happiness. Because for a very long time, and wow, forgive my hair, for a very long time, I was not happy. I literally was living in New York on the verge of yet another breakdown. Yes, I've had one. Had to be thrown in an ambulance, child, while I was working for that lady. They had to throw me in an ambulance, child, and bring me to the hospital, honey, because I was not together. Was working for that lady, was dealing with a abusive relationship, dealing with an abusive work situation with that lady, and dealing with the loss of my mother and the pandemic. I said, oh, we're not going back. To quote Kamala, honey, I said, oh, we are not going back. We have to take control of our lives and start doing what we've always said we wanted to do. Ultimately, if you don't do what you want to do, you're never going to do it. That's just the nature of the human body. Like, we are always procrastinating. So if you keep using excuses for things, you're never going to do it. At the end of the day, for the longest time, I've wanted to leave the country. So I did it. It's not that I have any beef with America. I still like y'all. But I know what's happiness for me is being around the beach. Happiness for me is being in an area that is accepting of gay, trans, queer, and everything else under the sun, honey. Okay? That's what's happiness for me. Happiness for me is being able to experience new things every single day. People think you can do that in New York City, and girl, at the end of the day, you can't. Because it's too expensive outside. It's just too expensive. So I think we're just using these excuses and lending ourselves to failure because we're not listening to our gut feeling. And we have to stop listening to those voices in our head and start doing what those thoughts are that we want to do in our lives. You'll never do what you want to do. If you want to go to med school or you want to go back to school, to grad school, like my cousin is starting her grad school journey. Now or never. If not now, when? If not now, when? So I say that to you today, friend. If not now, when? Stop putting all of the excuses in your head. Stop listening to the naysayers in your family. Stop listening to the naysayers in your friend group. They're just jealous of you because they want to do what you're doing. They want to do what you were set out to do. But they are so jealous that you're actually doing it that they're just going to talk shit at the end of the day while you over there sitting pretty. So dust off all of that noise, dust it all off, and get to work. Get to work on figuring out a plan to get to where you want to get in life. Because at the end of the day, you only have one time to do this thing. And I said after my mom died, I wasn't listening to nobody that was a naysayer anymore. Nobody that was a judgmental person anymore. Matter of fact, I blocked family members. Because you don't deserve to see any part of me if you're going to judge one part of me. Come on, let me say that again. You do not deserve to see any part of me if you're going to judge one part of me. Because one part of me does not define all of me. So if you cannot sit there and holistically take a look at all of me, then you don't deserve to see one piece of me. Did I stutter? Child, people be trying the most. But at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you and you only. And that's not being selfish. Because some people will say, oh, you're being selfish, Nick. No, I'm not. I'm on this earth for me. Obviously, I'm here to help and be with others. But at the end of the day, if I don't care about myself or love myself first, who the hell else gonna do it? Who? Like RuPaul say, if you don't love yourself, then how the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here? You understand? What are you doing today to make a difference in that part of your life? Let's talk about it.